Up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Set. UAT.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Montez Sweat just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Here's Watson. Completes it to Davis. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
36. 52's the mic. Bring it over there.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Airing it out. Looking for Ridley. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Touchdown, defense.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Joe Hayden there to bring him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Then he's got his man Hilton. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 25-yard line. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Josh Lambo now for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Broncos 0. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Watson now to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Watson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Run for Pollard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
30 set. Let's see. Cross the pass. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Let's get this. Let's get this.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they face a difficult 3rd and 12 coming up. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Here we go, G. Anxious. It's time to go. Time to go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Second down, McKinnon. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
I don't think you got it, sir. Mike 55. Mike 54. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Here's McKinnon. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
I'm going to come back to you.
James. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. The 40, past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Big his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards.
First down, Jets.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run it with James. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now McKinnon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Tight dog. Let's go. Come on. Hey, pick him up. Line him up.
Throwing again is Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
7-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. 59, 59. Hey, 31. No.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On 2nd down and 4. Watson. It's caught by Davis. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the 39, Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He's going to go for a big play down. And this is caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score. George Kittle, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with the game
It got his man complete. That's good for 28 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Watch the edge. Inside.
On first down, McKinnon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
You got me right. Get 300. Get 300. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. We didn't get up.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That second down play nets a -4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go. Hey, check 20. Line him up.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Strong right. Hey. 54. Watch 84. Watch that.
On first down, Watson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Here I come.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Taylor Gabriel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, Delta. 54. Line 54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's going to look deep down the field, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Finish that. 55, 19. There's a party now. Down go. Down go.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Marr is good. And that will extend their lead even further. so with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 3rd down, James. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Check, 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 check.
24 down. He's coming.
Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. Hey, watch out.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's go.
57's right.
And here we go.
Throwing now. Watson going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Calvin Ridley. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end? And it caught it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And some room to roam now. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's James. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Mike's 54. Mike. Hey, Echo. So we got man. Mike's
working from the gun. Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
At the 6-yard line.
Keep it up. Jim. You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. Hey, check 26. Ready? 54.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. James has got it. Complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Deuce. Alert. Shoot. Take 4. Pick the edge. Go. Jack. Undercrush.
On first down, Pollard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0.